Okay, enough folks are in the room. We're going to get started. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our final session of our Mastering Web3 cohorts and your Creathon, the culmination of weeks of concepting and ideating and building NFT projects, as well as just learning, exploring all the multitude of angles of Web3. This is fun. This is fun. So for those of you, I think everyone, I'm going to say a quick intro about myself and then we'll get the ball rolling. I'm Andrew. I'm the founder of Day One. You can see folks presenting today have awesome backgrounds. We've been partnering with Long and Labs, and I'll turn the mic over to JD shortly for his quick intro. But we've been running programs for founders for over 3 years. We've been running programs in all sorts of different spaces, both in general entrepreneurship. We love playing in Web3, and we love supporting founders from all over the globe. I'm based in New York. I happen to be in Washington, D.C. in the US right now, just on the road. So I'm traveling in a hotel room. And but this has been such a fun cohort because we've had an awesome community based largely, I know not 100%, but largely over in India and based around the Long and Labs community. So I want to welcome our two judges to the table, to the room, and then I'm going to pass the mic over to JD to give a little more context as well as get our first presentation going. But welcome to Nate Broughton and Amy McMillan. Nate is representing Haymint and Curious Addies. Haymint is a platform that you all know. You got to listen and hear from one of their co-founders, Mai, earlier in the program about how to build NFT projects and the way the platform there is so powerful and helping folks get projects off the ground with no code in a snap. So Nate, thank you. I'm sure you've seen hundreds and thousands of projects go through your platform, and I know you're deep in the Web3 and NFT space. And then Amy is representing Hug, which is one of the premier NFT projects that is itself supporting NFT projects, very meta, and they're evolving and growing and building platforms to support artists and all sorts of NFT founder entrepreneur types. And creators, that's right. That's probably the word, artists, creators, founders with NFTs and such. So, and I know Amy sees hundreds and thousands of projects. And so really excited for them to be our kind of guest celebrity judges, jury to not pass judgment, no judgment here. Everything is positive, kudos, but to give feedback and to provide insights and to kind of make this a celebratory session. So that's my preamble. Thank you for giving me the stage. Thank you again, Amy and Nate, for joining. JD, do you want to take it and give a few words and maybe kick us off?
Yes, thanks, Andrew. Thanks a lot. Welcome. Thank you, jury. Like to be here today. And then I welcome all guys from the Long and Labs, all the participants for this program. And as just you mentioned correctly, that's it's more like, we build something as an outcome of this entire learning program, Andrew. And this entire journey has been wonderful for us because it's anyways a very, very, very fresh topic. I mean, if you look at it, it's not a very routine topic when you talk about it in general. Explore as an alternate or like as a part of a creative economy as a part of it. And we've been to learning this from all the eminent guys from different they're holding lots of expertise, and based on those expertise that we try to create some capability here, and that capability would help us to build the projects going forward today as well, and then going forward as well. These guys, whenever they would like to build something, with an expert advice and the support from everyone who advise us, I mean, during these lectures. And so based on that, this wonderful learning sessions what we had it, my team here, entire team was completely dedicated with all the participants, and then we did many things here in the background. I mean, sorry we couldn't coordinate it because we were working very odd hours here with all the teams developing every project and working on that. My thesis was throughout this part is more like bringing the capability on ground, so everyone understand the basic fundamentals of this NFT world, what is NFT is all about, and how they can build something in this environment. So let me take this opportunity here and
We're both muted. You're back. You got to unmute.
I'll just okay. So let me quickly run through some slides, and then we'll start the presentation quickly, and then I'll introduce everyone, whoever is presenting their projects. Uh, uh, I need to, I guess, share my screen here.
Yeah, try it now. I just added that. Sorry about that.
Okay, no, sure. I'll just share screen, and then I'll say, okay, here's my, I will say desktop. I'll just share my desktop here. Right? Okay, is shared? Okay,
yes.
Thanks. Okay. And welcome to Creathon, and this is the name what we just put it. I mean, when we started this journey, and why Creathon is because we think usually people like me who are always involved into technology in a very core technology since last 2 decades. So we were not creative, we were more building some applications and things like that for enterprise all across the world. But this is all about creativity, then how the new things mostly into the content world, how that content could be creative, and how you can basically use it for some or other reason, which is a future which is coming up here. And that's the way we basically evolved the name of Creathon to this. That's the way it started. And at the beginning, we have all participants. What we decided that we will start with 8 projects. That's what we grouped all the guys here, and we identified 8 projects to start working on these projects based on our learning from the day one. When we started this whole program. So we had these 8 projects. We divided into, we'll create some PFP categories, membership categories, and collectible categories. So everyone understand the categories and their meaning. That's the way we divided all this, the projects. And the core team was involved. If you look at the right side, the core team was involved in some or other part, like technology part, Kunal was managing it, and strategy part, I was managing it. Then Vikas was also involved, who's a very eminent background, who's sitting next to me, who was working with the lots of Hollywood and Bollywood movies in terms of their animation, building, and things like that. So he also brought that kind of expertise while we are working on these projects. So today we are not going to present the 8 projects because that might take really long time. So we just shortlisted the 4 projects to present it here. And so that would basically give us a more chance to interact with you guys and take your more the input on these projects. So this is how we are working on that part. Let me quickly go through that a bit of capability. See, out of all the lectures what we were hearing and listening, then we try to create some kind of a background, that how do we create a any kind of a framework. So we created a framework called the 5C plan. So 5C plan comprise of then concept, connect, clarity, collaboration, and commercials. So these are the 5 founding stones what we created in general, and every project has to look at in these dimensions to to get prepared. So in concept, we were working on the purpose and what is the purpose of it. In connect, we were working on the in terms of communicate and support. Clarity, we focus on the progressive approach. What kind of clarity, what we have a project, what we are building is not a simple the one small art what we are presenting. We have a complete clarity on that part. And the collaboration, that we are building a community in parallel, so these projects can be supported. Not these projects, because we are building this as a practice now, and then we will be we'll be taking lot many projects going forward, because India is a very diversified place. If you look at it, we have more than, I think, 80 languages here. We have every 30 kilometers, our dress changes, our food changes. So our objective is to bring all those people on their art or their kind of a skills on board, whether it's whatever way it is, and then facilitate that content, because we call it that the content to the world in terms of, and then that should have a kind of a maintaining their integrity, their ownership of it, or their uniqueness out of it. So that's a whole plan at the background. It's a large plan what we have, what we are planning in that part. But however, all the projects went through this 5C plan while we building these projects. Why I'm running this, because then all these projects guys need not to go through each and every part, why they build it and things like that. So they will take the shorter time. They will focus more onto their particular project. But that's the reason I'm explaining this concept for all the projects at once. So that can basically part of our capability. Then each area, then we further granularize each area, that in terms of that what are the different attributes in each area, that what we need to have a check mark. So my project is exactly intact in these areas. Say for the concept part, like the rarity via layers, then storyline and theming part, tools and technology. So we worked on in all the aspects of the concept part, so we can intact our project in terms of as an NFT, what's the prerequisite of the NFT, taking it to the NFT world part of it. In connect part, like say for example, FAQ was one of the learning from this learning the entire program, because unless we are very clear about a project, how it's basically connecting, how it is facilitating, what is the purpose of it, and maybe the different FAQs, I mean, people who are as a community, then we build the FAQ part in our websites, that should be part of it. That would basically help us to connect to the, the audience, the target audience to it. So that's the way, all the projects further, have had their checklist in terms of, so all the projects are not ready with all the attributes, but however, we try to cover, I mean, some of them. So we'll just look into that aspect while the project pitch will start, basically. So as such, this is the practice what we are basically building. So all those 5 C's, our expertise into the consulting, technology, and the launchpad. So those 5 pillars will have the the horizontal consulting, technology, and launchpad and expertise, and we will support for 5 basic pillars to build all the projects what we are considering going forward here as well. For the growth, then we have a we are looking aspect in terms of meta world, sandbox, and for future collaboration. So these projects can basically grow in terms of the NFT environment, and we can connect. So as such, how much we are prepared, consulting part, we are learning. I mean, that's why we created the 5C model. Technology part, yes, like the Heymin platform, I mean, that would not leave us a more, background in terms of coding or something. That's anyways end-to-end a good platform to launch the NFT part of it. So we basically using that part. In the launchpad, that if you look at it, we have already created a 2 million Twitter support for this community further in states, basically. So that's what we already built a community in and around. So all the projects, whatever will come in, that will have a support for these guys going forward. In terms of these are the basically a few guys, few communities, we already have a support with them, and our collaboration team is working every day, and then we are basically collaborating it further. Then we have all these guys on board, and they can help all the content which fits into the this NFT world. So this is all about the our preparation at the background as a fundamental rudimentary preparation for this NFT practice and the projects as such. And so today, if we look at it, we are going to present only 4 projects here. That's a Venom's a layer by Dr. Malik, Charming Creators by Anita, and Cousin by Abhishek, and Duck League by Nirja. So I'll invite everyone, and they will basically run through their pitch. I'll also, go through some slides to give them a background to assist them in terms of it. So if you allow me, then I could start with the first presentation with the Venom layer, and we will have 5 to 6 minutes of every presentation that has been. That's the way it's been programmed.
Perfect. Let's rock and roll. Take it away.
Okay. Thanks. So, Venom Slayer, may I ask Dr. Malik, please?
Yeah. There he is, off mute, ready to roll. Take it away.
Okay. Thank you, JD. At the outset, hello and welcome to everyone, distinguished jury, Andrew, Nate, Amy, JD, Vikas, and all my fellow colleagues who have gathered for this interaction under the Creathon. I'm Dr. S.V.S. Malik, and I have served the mankind and animal kind as principal scientist and head veterinary public health at a premier institute known as Indian Veterinary Research Institute. All through my career, I had been working on the development of diagnostics of zoonotic disease, that are the diseases that are communicable between human and animals, and encompass very prominent areas like One Health, food safety, biosafety. And that's why all the diseases we are seeing through, mankind is actually fighting the battle to save their life, including Corona, fall under this category. And when here at IVRI, I was engaged in PG teaching, so including on the non-infectious diseases, when I was teaching on biotoxins, then I came to know that some of the diseases which have got infectious as well as non-infectious and genetic background like cancer have got a tremendous potential for cure in snake venom. India is a country which has got over 600 snake species. And here in India, we worship Lord Shiva as the creator of this universe, and the snake adore Lord Shiva as the garland. Obviously, it's not easy to make one convincing that how much potential the snake will be having in the venom. Of course, made principally to kill its prey. But venom has got a tremendous potential. There are communities who are working, and you will be interesting to know that way back in 1930, the venom has been used to treat the cancer, and today it is showing most promising result to treat breast cancer, colon cancer, and new technologies are being worked out to see that how effectively we can use it while we can save the patients. So there is a large community who will be interested in venom, especially for cancer. Cancer is a big killer. According to recent statistics, almost 19 to 20 million people suffer each year, and half of them, about 10 million, succumb to the cancer. So, but I never had an idea that, well, I can connect to a larger family, global community through the digital world in this fascinating world of NFT. So at the outset, I thank immensely to Day One and Longer Labs for making me understand the nitty-gritties, the concepts, the functionalities and modalities to venture into the NFT world. Thanks to them for arranging series of expert lectures that have gave us the fair understanding on this issue. So I discussed this concept with my team, wherein Mr. Anuj Saxena is the artist who, with this idea, created the membership card we call as Venom Layer, and Mr. Ajay Singh is the community manager. So here we will be pitching for this Venom Layer in the form of membership card. And this card, if you see, has got exclusive 4040 what we call as Venom Slayer membership card, VLM cards, will be offered to people to join fascinating world of Venom universe. And in this actually Venom layers membership, several perks and benefits will be extended to the Venom's layer club members to join them, to have early access in project launches, whitelist opportunities, dedicated Discord channel that have been projected on the website that has been developed by the Longer Labs and Day One under this project. And it will give them opportunity to have to join a world community of like-minded individuals through alpha group chats also. And that is how this each card, membership card, will be having a unique design, which will be evolving from the symbiotic nature of the venom, because venom kills the cancer also. It kills the rats also, save the mankind, because rats consume a lot of food grains. So venom is really a true symbol of symbiotic nature. So that is the how we intend to project this for a community. A community is in this area is really very, very large, including the medical doctors, people who are serving in cancer hospitals, including doctors, nurses, the researchers who are trying to develop diagnostics with what kind of cancer it may be, and the therapeutics, especially to deliver, to treat the cancer through venom. And all those even environmental groups which are creating the awareness about the venom. You will be interesting to know that there is a she group in India. She is snake bite healing and education, which has given 100 a rule of 100, that if you inject 100 ml of anti-snake venom and within 100 minutes of bite, the patient will be protected 100%. So these people, many people will be joining as a community interested in it. So this is all about, and in phase 2, I mean, getting based on the inputs from the experts and from the community, phase 2, the Venom Genesis will be launched in the form of exclusive NFT to the dedicated members of Venom Universe. And obviously, so many additional benefits will be given to them. And third comes in phase 3, the partnership and collaborations, as JD has explained, with the view to expansion of Venom Slayer community. With regard to the token allocation, of course, it is given in the website, and total number of tokens as the exclusive membership card is 4,040, and the staging of these tokens will be done as a pre-sale tokens of 3,040, and disbursement will be done as per the airdrops of 100 NFT. So, and the last, I once again immensely thank all the learned jury, and especially the Day One and Longer Labs for making us understand this concept of fascinating world of NFT, as well as I don't know in this area. I had been working in my area. So I look forward, because I'm a teacher, I'm looking forward to enrich myself from your wisdom, your experience. And because you are a signatory in this world, and you are a known signature in this area. So with this, I immensely thank each one of you. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to pitch my project before you. Thank you.
Thanks for leading us
Thank you,
off, Dr.
Dr.
Malik. Yeah, sorry, I was just going to turn the mic over to Amy and Nate for a few comments or ideas or feedbacks, just briefly, and then we'll keep moving on. But I just want to sit here and say that was awesome, and I love the concept. But please, Amy and Nate, any initial thoughts or feedbacks, or what do you think?
I'm happy to jump in real quick. First of all, I love the concept. I love how it's so specific to India, and not even that, but also like the founder fit is really, really strong. And I loved how you shared your story. And if you've heard anything with Andrew and Day One Philosophy, founder fit is something that you really, really want with any sort of projects that come through really strong. And then secondly, I love how you specified the community members that might be initial part of this, including doctors and cancer hospitals, nurses, researchers, because the more specific you are with those early targets, the more you're going to get people who are like really bought into your community in the very beginning, and those are going to be your advocates. So love that you specified that. And if we had time, I would have loved to hear a little bit more about the utility or like early plans around what you might get as an early part of these communities and like later on down the road. But overall, love the concept. Great job. Can't wait to see more of what comes of this.
Thank you very much, Amy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think I completely agree with Amy here. The founder fit obviously is very good. You're clearly speaking from personal experience and personal kind of beliefs, which is really important in any project. I think I would love to hear kind of if there's any plan to more kind of closely specifically correlate like the kind of Venom research with your project, like in terms of providing community members with more information, like for the people who aren't necessarily already in healthcare. So, you know, providing them some of the information about this, or maybe if you're planning to use like some of the sale funds to fund this kind of research or that kind of thing. I think that would be an interesting path to explore. And yeah, like Amy said, the kind of utility and like your kind of first steps, I think are pretty well established, but I would have loved to hear more about them if we had more time, but obviously we're kind of on a limited schedule here. But yeah, I'm very excited to see where this goes. This is a very interesting project.
Thank you, Nate, for your valuable inputs.
Perfect. Man, funding research through an NFT, that could be the coolest thing in the world. All right, onward we go. Thank you. Or I'll pass it to you, JD, to tee us up again.
Yeah, thank you, Amy. Thank you, Nate. We note it down and then we will work on this and then we'll post more inputs on that part. Thank you for your advice. Let me introduce Charming Creators, and Anita is presenting this project. She's a team leader for this. Anita, may I please ask you to take it forward, the project?
Okay. Thank you, JD. Respected members of the jury and my fellow community members, a very good evening to one and all present here. I'm Anita Somanshi from India, and I'm a teacher by profession. And from the last 31 years, I have been teaching in Army Public School. Today, I'm on this platform because of my daughter, who has done 2 years course in coding. So she introduced me to Longan Lab and its partner Day One, and I found it to be very interesting. So from the last 1.5 months, under the guidance of Longan Labs Day One and developing partner Himint Launchpad, I entered into the world of NFT. Their toolkits and resources are absolutely amazing and can help anyone looking to work with NFTs realize their goals. No coding or technical knowledge is required. So thank you to Ms. Mai for giving such a wonderful launchpad. Okay, let me introduce to you our collection of art named Charming Critters. As you can see, I'm the team leader. And these Charming Critters, they are in PFP's type, and they are crafted by Mr. Jitendra. And Ms. Himani Chaudhary is our technical manager, and Mr. Shalin Singh is our community manager. So you must be wondering why I chose these Charming Critters as my art creations. So since my childhood, I was always curious to know about the underground creatures like beetles, earthworms, pocket gophers, kangaroo rats, moles, and all these underground creatures. So I used to visualize some creatures with special abilities and imagine what will happen when these creatures come to the surface of the earth. So when I was small, I was taught that earthworms are farmers' friends as they make the soil fertile. And that time I wondered how these creatures can be our friends. So when I grew up, I realized the importance of these little creatures in our life. They are as important as life above the ground. And when it comes to the overall health of ecosystem, But due to the overuse of pesticides, insecticides, heavy metals, and different kinds of salts, the soil has become polluted, which in turn has become a threat to these little creatures. Now, study shows that these subterranean creatures play a critical role in climate and plant life above the ground. But many of people don't know just how important underground biodiversity is. So it becomes our duty to turn our attention to these creatures if we want a better understanding of the ecosystem we depend upon. And could there be a better platform than Longer Lab Day 1 to start the mission of saving the only planet where life exists? And thanks, Andrew, for giving us this platform. That's why I developed a storyline and shared this idea with Jitendra, who crafted these adorable, charming, and cute art pieces. Charming Critters is a collection of 8,000 unique and adorable PFPs, each with their own special abilities and charisma. These critters were born deep within the earth and have developed special skills to navigate their underground world. One fine day, they found masks of different mystical animals. When they put on these masks, they realized that they have acquired the abilities of those animals. Then they thought of exploring the world above and were eager to use their magical abilities to fight against these evil things. So some critters are mischievous, troublemakers, while others are loyal and brave companions. When they come out, they became friends with some good humans, and together they started to fight against the evil forces. And on the surface, they go on fun adventures and enhance their abilities. So I request you all to join the Charming Critters community and help us to spread awareness about their significance for the ecosystem and save this beautiful earth from becoming a barren land, and also discover the hidden treasures they bring with them on their journey to the surface. The collection is designed to be both fun and interactive, with a roadmap that includes community events and games, where critter owners can compete and win prizes. And by owning a charming critter, you become a part of a vibrant and welcoming community of collectors who share a love for cute and unique digital art. Let me explain you about the roadmap. So in phase 1, our objective is to launch Charming Critters, and then community development on Discord and Twitter, and then collaborate with other community and expand the reach of Charming Critters to a massive number of community members. And in phase 2, for the evolution and growth of these creatures, we are planning to launch a Charming Critters mobile game, where the most popular Charming Critter will be used as the main character of the game, which is inspired by other games like Pac-Man. Then the community events and competitions will be organized, and some rewards will also be given. We would like to explore the possibilities of creating physical merchandise featuring the Charming Critters, like t-shirts, coffee mugs, stickers, caps, cushion covers, and many more things. And in phase 3, for the expansion, we have some better plans. We are planning to launch Charming Critters Series 2. We would collaborate with some renowned artists from Longer Lab Day 1. The base art will be expanded by them on some other storyline, in which some evil forces will attack on their underground world, so that they will have to go underground along with their human friends to save their world. And we are also planning to buy land in Sandbox, which is one of the leading company in virtual world. We will create a society of our Charming Critters on their holders. We will build skyscrapers, gyms, clubs, shopping malls, and many more beautiful structures. And only NFT holders will be able to access this society. And if others will have to, they want to access the society, they will have to either buy NFT or pay some charges. And talking about token allocations, we have total number of tokens, 8,000, and 5,000 are for pre-sale tokens, and partner sale tokens are 600, and team sale tokens are 400, and 2,000 tokens are for public sales. So as it is said that learning process goes from womb to tomb, and we are also just beginners and at a learning stage. We all are seeking for the support and leverage from all the jury members. We assure you that under your guidance and advice, we will be able to bring a change in the mindset of the people towards biodiversity, which makes a good and healthy environment for our survival. That's all from my side. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to pitch in front of you. Thanks.
Amazing, amazing again. I love the impact forward nature of all of these. Same way, Amy, Nate, what do you think? Any thoughts, advice, feedback? Please jump in.
Yeah, I'll jump in here since Amy did last time. I think you have another very, very interesting project. This is a topic that, I'm actually personally kind of interested in as well. I think a lot of people kind of underestimate the importance of insects and other invertebrates. They make up something like 90% of our animal species on the planet. And yeah, a lot of people just don't realize how important they are. So I think this is a really cool goal to kind of promote that research and, promote kind of how to keep our biodiversity alive. So yeah, I think your art is really cute. I love the kind of, it's almost like a onesie, like the headpiece idea. It's really, really cute. And I think you have a really solid plan for how to go forward. I like the idea of kind of having a mobile game. That's been something that's been explored by other projects. Like one that comes to mind is the Littles. They kind of did their project and then they did a game launch, and I think that was pretty successful. Yeah, I mean, I think this is really exciting. I think you have a good roadmap of where to go next. I'd love to hear what Amy has to say too.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Likewise, love the background, love the lore on the biodiversity. I think it's very fun and charming, while obviously having an incredible mission. And there's so much you can do like with that lore, with that storytelling. And I really encourage you to lean into that through the project. And also like love the roadmap phases. One thing, if you were to think about just like launching in this climate, I might encourage you to launch in smaller phases just at the moment, maybe not with like the entire 8,000 collection. Maybe it's like, okay, launch like 500 or even like 300 in the beginning. I'm just throwing out numbers here, but for example, and then do like your first phase of the roadmap, start community events, like once you have that first phase. And then once you get more learnings from your initial smaller community, like gradually build those phases out with your already built out roadmap. So it's one idea as you continue to move forward, but overall, really great work and really excited to see this unfold.
Thanks, Amy. Hi, Amy. Actually, I'm a big fan. You have motivated and promoted a number of women like us. More power and hugs to you.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm a big fan of yours now too.
Thank you so much, Amy.
All right, JD, take us away to the next one.
Thanks.
You've got the
Thanks,
con.
Sunil. Yeah, I'll take that. All right, so where is my, okay. So the next project is Cosign, and Abhishek is presenting this project. May I ask Abhishek, please take it forward?
Yes, sir. So, hello everyone. I am Abhishek Chaudhary from New Delhi, India, and I'm so happy to be here to present my creation in front of all the amazing jury members. By profession, I'm a food technologist, and I'm into this fantastic field for the past 1 decade. I use science and technology at the same time to create, design a healthy food products which you usually buy in a supermarket or see over the shelves. So my major vertical in this field is completely a new product development. Currently, I'm associated with the world's largest Indian spice oleoresin manufacturer. So they have a presence in 126 countries. And that's a short introduction about myself. Talking about Web 3.0, I was a member of Longan Lab associated with Day One for the past 1.5 years. And in this year, April, they started this NFT program, which really interests me to participate and be a part of it. So all the guidance and backend support was completely provided by Longan Lab to complete this project on time. So a big thanks to our Longan Lab team. And now coming up to my collection details. The name of my collection is the Cosine, and the talking and if we talk about the type of artwork, it's collectible. But firstly, let me introduce you to my teammates. On board, we have 3 team members. Firstly, Ayushi Sherawat. She is an artwork designer who had designed all our creations that you will see shortly. And second is Parul Chaudhary. She is a community manager who handles our Discord and Twitter accounts. And I am a team leader. And now coming up to our project. So please allow me to present our artwork, the Cosine. So the story starts. Since my early days, I have always been inclined by the universe of space, and I always visited these scientific centers and observatories. And I always wonder, is it all genuine? Are these concepts of parallel universe real? So all these raise concerns in my mind about what exists in other galaxies and how things operate on other side of the planet. We have been hearing a lot about spotting of UFOs, aliens, and spaceships, and it made me more and more interested in them. So we always know the universe is filled with mysteries, and they yet has to be solved. So we collaborated to make this childhood fantasy into a reality. As a result, we decided to develop an immersive experience for our collectors. So as a team Cosine, we will take you to a little journey to a space where you will visit several planets with different backstories in different galaxies and some unique ecosystems. Some planets, for example, are completely lush green, while others are just deserted landscape. Others are home to unidentified species, and some are quite similar to human ecosystem and are alive with scientific life. So that's a small glimpse of our entire collection, and we individually call them as cost gems. Interestingly, we also learned that these things exist in various other worlds after reading articles and watching the documentaries on astronomy. And the major organization like NASA always help us to gain more confidence about the concept. So you all might have probably heard about the multiverse hypothesis. It's a very common thesis. So they always claim that some of those planets really exist in real life, and they comprise of everything that exists in time, energy, and information. And all the physics laws which applies on the Earth also applies over there, but in different galaxies. So that is weird, but it's 100% true. So the team Cosine is committed to provide an experience for space enthusiasts, sometimes known as astrophiles. So come along with us on our journey across the sky and experience the wonder of cosmos gems within yourself. In addition to the high resolution artwork, become a collector of the Cosine community, and you will have a one of its kind jewel in your basket. And now, if we talk about our future plans, so Team Cosine have divided the journey into 3 phases. Briefly, I will give you some details. In phase 1, we have 3 parts. So first, we will be launching all the 4,000 collectible NFTs of the Cosine or Cos Gems, single NFTs. Second, we will host an exclusive launch event on the Discord app where our collectors can come and have a conversation or interactions with all the team members of the Cosine project. And a special giveaway discount event will be there on a Discord app for our interested collectors. Third, we will engage our Twitter community and promote more and more about NFTs and the ongoing work which we are doing. So this is our phase 1. So after launching and selling all the 4,000 NFTs, we will conduct our phase 2. In phase 2, we will host a community event at a space observatory in New Delhi, India, where our collectors from across the globe can experience virtually and view the entire space cosmos and learn more about space exploration and new developments in our project. And last is the phase 3. So phase 3 consists of completely a new NFT collection announcement, that is Cos C. So our current NFT is Cos Gem, and the new one is Cost Seed. So it features planet with liquid ocean concepts, completely different. And lastly, we will also launch the special edition collection of the Cosine project. So that represent a planet with unique lifestyle ecosystems. Coming up to the token allocation, if we talk about token allocations, the total number of tokens is around 4,000, of which 1,500 are for pre-sale tokens and 500 are for the partner sale tokens. And the remaining 2,000 tokens will be for the public sale. And that brings us to the end. I would like to thank you to the jury members for your time and attention today. Once again, thank you all for your patience. And in last, I just want to say, with your hand holding and support, I want to go on, and I will be needing your advice all throughout the journey. Thank you, everyone.
Baby Sydney is saying something. He has feedback for you. But Amy and Nate, you can take it away.
Oh my God, Sydney. Oh, so cute. Well, thank you so much for that. Loved the space aspect. I think the multiverse story is very interesting, very cool, obviously very timely with all of like the multiverse lore going on. So love that aspect. Also love the specificity of your roadmap as well. I think that was really well laid out. If I were to give any piece of feedback, like I said last time as well, I would maybe consider phasing out that roadmap even more, just with your token sales. So maybe just having a smaller initial sale and then having like a smaller phase one. But yeah, love the story, love the background, and love to see how this would unfold.
Thank you so much for the feedback.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, similarly, I think this is a very interesting topic. This is something that we've kind of seen a lot in the world of gaming too recently. There's a lot of space games. So it'll be interesting to see if we have like a similar trend coming in the NFT world with some space related NFTs. I think, yeah, I do think your plan of, including some kind of real world activation and event in your roadmap is something that's really cool. And it would be cool, depending on how many collectors you have and where they are, if you did some more like kind of pop-up events like that kind of around the world. It kind of presents a really unique way to kind of get the community engaged. If you have like little sessions every so often at observatories, and I think this is something that is really unique. We haven't seen it before, and I think it would be really interesting for activating the community. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see where this goes. This is a very, very interesting concept, well thought out. I think your roadmap is good. Yeah.
Thank you. Just a small addition about the observatories. We have already booked in 2 months advance for the event. So phase 2 is
Amazing.
going to be happen very soon.
It's very exciting.
Thank you.
All right, last but not least, I'm sorry to be distracted. I have a semi-cranky baby. He's wants to pull out my headphones. So last but not least, hopefully we can get this in without going too far over, but please, JD and team, take it away.
Thanks. And so we have another jury member. If you would like to say something, Hi to him. So I have another. Let me share. I think my screen is shared. Yeah. So we have the last project. I'm in Duck Lake, and Nija will be presenting this project. Nija is ask your project.
Hello.
Yes, Nija, can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, okay, fine. A warm good evening to all of you, the respected jury members and my colleagues. I am Dr. Nija Pant from India. I'm a practicing obstetrician and gynecologist from last 22 years. You have a beautiful baby, Andrew. I run my hospital by the name of Pant Hospital here. And From the right beginning, from the childhood, I was fascinated by all the magical stories we had heard about, and I was into art like anything. Later on, my profession ensured that I did not lose any touch with the art. I continued with my art, and later with my elder son also, I continued with the art. And my younger son introduced me to the concept of Web3 and how can I digitalize my art. Okay, and with the help of Longan Labs and Day One, a special thanks to you, Andrew, and the members of Longan Labs at the outset for holding so wonderful sessions with Jeremy, my Alexander, and Blake. And they led us into a vast and fast emerging world of NFT. The name of my collection is Duck League. It is PFP type of artwork. But my ducks are not like Donald Duck, the historical character we all know right from our childhood, nor it is like the latest Ben F. Quack duck who has maximum number of Insta followers and has a Guinness Book World Record to itself. So, why ducks? Ducks are symbol of eternal love, dedication, affection, and fidelity, the traits I love in humans. With but my ducks are muscular, very strong, and strong beaks, ready to take on any challenge to protect the innocent, fight for justice, and defend the weak. My team is as follows: Aryan, along with Longan Lab team members, he created the art. Dr. Manoranjan Pant is community manager, and Arav is the technical manager. A little about Duck League. Duck League is basically built on Ethereum blockchain, and each character is called a mighty mallard, and it has each duck warrior has special attributes to itself like speed, strength, and agility. The story of Duck League goes long ago in a land far away from our land, under the majestic mountains, there was a magical pond with its pristine blue, sparkling water. It was said that on drinking this water, you were endowed with very good strength and other abilities. One day, a group of humble and ordinary ducks, they stumbled on the pond and out of curiosity, they took a sip from the pond. The moment they took a sip from the pond, they could immediately feel the energy coursing through their vein, through their body. Their muscles grew and their beaks became stronger. And they could make it out that they have been bestowed with super duck abilities. Now, as this word of their strength came to know the whole world, the people started seeking them out for their own purposes. But the ducks were very wise. They thought, let's use these abilities for a greater good. And that's how the Duck League was born. And later on, they thought, instead of fighting, they can use this powers for building a new society and a new world where every duck or every warrior could rise to the top with his own strength and abilities. That's how Ducktopia came into being. And as the society kept on increasing, they decided a roadmap to guide them for their ongoing journey, which was full of challenges and obstacles to overcome. But with the promise of great rewards to the persons who persevere till the end. The roadmap has 3 phases. In phase 1, with the launch of Duck League, the Duck League will be born. We'll engage the community on the Discord and Twitter handles with all the FAQs and our numbers displayed there for any questions raised. Later, with the expansion of the community, we'll make the Duck Dios and further decisions of furthering the Duck League will be taken collectively by the community. In phase 2, the secrets will come out and someone will come in. The ducks were not the alone characters or species or animals who had run from that pond. So new characters will come into picture and Ducktopia will end. here we'll launch our second collection and we'll get ourselves listed on the rarity tool. The third phase will consist of the migration of the duck warriors who were left behind to a land far away, but they'll not be sitting idle there. They'll be equipping themselves with weapons and to fight out their lost glory. And that's how the legendary ducks will be born. And here we'll launch a third collection. The token allocation is, we have total number of 9,999 tokens. Pre-sale tokens would be 8,000. Partner sales token will be 999 and team sale tokens would be 1,000. I hope you all will join Duck League in their journey of full of strength, prosperity and justice for the week. With Duck League, I am venturing into this vast and exciting world of NFTs, and I will seek and support. I'll seek you people for your support because you are stalwart in your own right, in your own fields, who all are sitting in front of me, and a little bit of hand holding wherever I need. And I'll be ending my talk with the acronym WAGME. That is, we are all going to make it, but only with your help. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Thank you,
Way to round it
Neha.
out. I've switched off from headphones because Sydney was going to eat them, but so good, Dr. Ponce. This is so great to round us out. Again, as we're getting to time, hopefully we can have a minute or two from Amy and Nate to
Yes,
get some
definitely.
feedback, and then we'll close this out.
Sure, I'll jump in again since Amy went last time. I think this is a very, very interesting project. I think you're a fantastic storyteller. I really like the stories behind this, and the art is super cool. But yeah, I think you've really thought a lot about the kind of the lore behind it, the story, how these ducks were created. I think it's a very, very interesting story. One suggestion that I think I would make is one that Amy's already made a few times, is that just in this climate, the collection size it's a little high. It's going to be hard to sell out in this market, unfortunately. So, a phased approach, I think, will be helpful for that. And I think in general, I think it would be nice to see a little bit more information maybe on the roadmap about kind of what plans you have in terms of like any collaborations or utility or partnerships or that kind of thing. But yeah, I think this is definitely a very strong start. I think your website looks amazing. Yeah, I think this is a great start.
Thanks, Nate.
Thank you, Nate. And you have a wonderful tool called Heyment, as Anita has already elaborated. And your best practice of providing affordable entry into an NFT world is par excellence, I would say so. And we are holders of your commemorative NFT Zeneca and Curiosity. Thank you so much,
Amazing.
Nate.
Well, yes, likewise, how Nate said the story was really strong. I also really love the story. It's really very well thought out, and clearly you are also great at telling it. And I would also like sprinkle that within like everything you do. So like make sure that's like front and center of all of your socials, and how people are even interacting with each other, similar to maybe like goblins, and like how they have like their own little like speech and a way of interacting. I could really see this like with the different ducks, and really building your like own ecosystem and culture around that. And yeah, again, I know I sound like a broken record, but especially in this market, definitely pare down a little bit. And also would love to see maybe in some like in real life interactions with your like very first community members as well. Those like very first starter activation events are going to be critical. But yeah, overall, love the project. Thank you for rounding us out. These projects are incredible. So thank you all for presenting.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Amy.
Amy.
Thank you so much. And your NFT collection is Pass and Metangel is very nice. And I like your concept of inclusiverse. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm just going to say thank you to Nate and Amy. I'll let JD close it because Sydney is going to give a monologue. Say goodbye, Sydney. Say goodbye.
Thank you. Bye. Hi, Andrew.
Okay, JD, I'll let you finish it up. Give us the final words here.
Yes. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, nice boy here. And what's his name?
Sydney, this is baby Sydney. He's 6 months
Hi.
old.
Hi. Hey. Hello. Okay, so I guess as we prepared, I guess we are able to finish up almost on time, and we got a valuable feedback, from these guys. And thanks, Andrew, again for all the efforts and putting up all the guys and getting in. And then we'll be in touch. Let's see, let's how we go forward from here. And I'll let you enjoy your time and take care of your son. Okay. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. See you, Amy.
Thank
See
you.
Nate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.